What if a police chase silenced a song of memory? What if they refused to take the blame? In Delaware, 80-year-old June Matthews lost a piece of her daughter's voice, but her community brought the melody back. Stay tuned for a story of grief, betrayal, and a song of healing. In the charming suburb of Willow Bend, Delaware, the streets were lined with blooming dogwoods. The air carried the scent of spring blossoms. Here, June Matthews had lived for over 5 decades. She was an 80-year-old widow with a gentle spirit. June had bought her $230,000 cottage with her late husband in 1972. It was a home filled with echoes of love and loss. On the mild morning of April 15, 2028, June sat on her back porch. She watched a small birdcage hanging from the awning. Inside, a canary named Daisy sang a sweet melody. Daisy's song reminded June of her daughter Lily, who had passed away at 16 from a rare illness. Lily had loved birds, and her laughter had been like a song. "Sing for me, Daisy," June whispered. Her voice was soft, the sound of Daisy's chirping mixed with the rustle of leaves. Willow Bend was a peaceful neighborhood, but that morning, chaos shattered the calm. A police chase roared through the streets. They were pursuing a thief who had stolen from a local charity. Sirens wailed loudly. Tires screeched on the pavement. June turned, startled. Her hands gripped the arms of her chair. A police cruiser sped toward her house. It swerved to block the thief's path. The cruiser skidded across June's backyard. It slammed into the porch post, shaking the structure. The impact sent the birdcage crashing to the ground. The wooden frame splintered. Daisy fluttered out, startled, and flew away. June rushed to the broken cage, her heart racing. "Daisy, my Lily's song," she cried. Tears streamed down her face. The officers leapt out of the cruiser. Their boots crunched on the grass. The lead officer, 33-year-old Ethan Carter, saw June kneeling by the broken cage. "Ma'am, are you okay?" he asked. His voice was tense. June's voice trembled. "That cage. It was my daughter's. Her song," she sobbed. Her hands clutched the splintered wood. The absence of Daisy's chirping felt like losing Lily all over again. Carter radioed for backup. The static crackled as he spoke. "We've got a civilian upset. Situation under control," he said. His tone was dismissive. The thief was caught nearby. Neighbors rushed out of their homes. They gasped at the sight of June's tears. Some knelt beside her. Her sobs grew softer. The silence in the yard was heartbreaking. June sat on her porch for hours. She held the broken pieces of the cage in her hands. Daisy's song had been a lifeline to Lily's memory. She remembered Lily sitting on this same porch, laughing as the birds sang. "Mom, they're singing for us," Lily would say. Now, the cage was empty. Tears fell onto the splintered wood. The spring breeze whispered through the dogwoods. The homeowners association took action. The HOA president, 45-year-old Rachel Bennett, had known June for years. Rachel's children had grown up hearing June's stories about Lily. A neighbor's security camera had captured the incident. The footage showed the cruiser crashing into the porch. It showed the birdcage falling and breaking. But Officer Carter denied responsibility. "The cage was already weak," he claimed. His voice was cold. "We didn't cause her distress." Rachel's heart broke for June. She clutched the camera footage tightly. "This is wrong," she said to the HOA board. Her voice was firm. "June deserves to hear that song again." The board agreed to fight for her. They hired a lawyer to sue the police department. The rustle of legal documents filled their meeting room. June's loss became their cause. The community would not let her grieve alone. The trial took place in a local courthouse. Residents packed the gallery. Their footsteps echoed on the wooden floor. June sat in the front row. Her hands trembled as she held a photo of Lily holding a birdcage. Her eyes were red from crying. The lawyer played the camera footage. The video filled the screen. It showed the cruiser's reckless crash. It showed the cage breaking and Daisy flying away. Gasps filled the courtroom. The evidence was undeniable. Officer Carter took the stand. He shifted uncomfortably. I didn't see the cage, he lied. His voice wavered. The judge's gaze was sharp. The footage contradicts your statement, she said. Her tone was stern. The lawyer pressed further. You saw Mrs. Matthews in pain? Why didn't you take responsibility? He asked. Carter hesitated. I was focused on the suspect, he said. The courtroom murmured in disbelief. June spoke next. Her voice trembled as she stood. That cage held Daisy. My Lily's song, she said. Tears streamed down her face. She loved birds. Their singing kept her with me. She held up the photo, Lily smiling with a canary on her finger. When it broke, I lost her again. The courtroom fell silent. Jurors wiped their eyes. Rachel squeezed June's hand. The judge delivered her verdict. Her gavel slammed down with a resounding thud. Officer Carter, you are guilty of reckless destruction, she declared. Her voice boomed. You caused harm and lied about it. The department was ordered to pay June $4,500 in damages. Carter faced a unique penalty. He was required to join a local bird conservation project and build a new birdcage himself. The courtroom erupted in applause. June's neighbors cheered. For her, Carter spent weeks working with the conservation group. He learned about birds and their habitats, his hands clumsy at first. The experience made him reflect on June's pain. He crafted a new birdcage, painting it a soft yellow, Lily's favorite color. On a quiet morning, he arrived at June's home. He carried the cage carefully. Mrs. Matthews, I'm so sorry, he said. His voice was soft. He hung the cage on the porch awning. June nodded, her eyes misty. The community had more in store for June. Rachel and the neighbors gathered in her backyard. They brought a new canary, its feathers a bright yellow. This is for you, June, Rachel said. Her voice was warm. They placed the canary in the new cage. The bird began to sing, its melody sweet and clear. June's eyes lit up. Oh, Lily, you're back, she whispered. Her voice was tender. The song filled the air once more. June sat on her porch each morning. The new canary, named Lily in honor of her daughter, sang brightly. June thought of Lily's laughter, her love for birds. You're still singing for me, sweetheart, she said softly. Her voice was calm. The community had given her more than a cage. They had given her peace. Willow Bend became a symbol of justice and healing. June smiled at the bird's song. The melody of her daughter lived on, and so a broken birdcage became a battle for justice in Willow Bend, Delaware. June Matthews found solace through her community's love. How would you bring back a lost melody? What do you think? Should communities fight for healing? Share your thoughts. Join us next time for another tale of justice. Until then, keep standing up for what's right. Thank you for listening.